All right, everyone, it's garden update time because things are definitely looking a hell of a lot more springy. And also you can see the fence is pretty much done. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a 6x4 piece of plywood and literally use that as a redneck gate for this, at least for this year. I'm going to make a little thing there, put the hose underneath it. Nothing's come up yet as far as seedlings, which isn't surprising. You get a couple more weeks of coolish nights, and all these are cool crops that I planted. Again, cabbage, turnips, Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard. Those will all be fine. I planted 2 rows of carrots, as you can see over there. I'm thinking about putting in 3 more, but the thing is, this is hugelkultured, and those are root crops, so I don't know how they'll deal with the wood on this side. It's more thick. The other side has 1 layer, but they're lengthwise, so I can plant between. Here I put in a bunch of collards, this whole patch. I wanted a few less this year, but it's still quite a few. It's 3 sort of half-sized rows. That'll be enough. Now something got in here, I think it was a deer, and actually nibbled at the chives a little bit, you can sort of tell. I wasn't happy about that. It dug a couple of them out. That's why I had to expedite the fence building, basically. You've got all these various things. There's chamomile in there, irises, fennel dill and stuff. In fact, where's the other? Oh yeah, it ripped one of these out too. I'm wondering if I can cause that to survive. I'm gonna try though. Gotta water that right away. Didn't even notice that, so it's a good thing I'm doing a garden update. You can see all the chamomile in there. This water's impregnated with azomite, so that'll buff it right up if it survives at all. Azomite's like the best thing ever. You should use it, trust me. Yeah, drink up. That'll be fine, hopefully. Things are starting to bud out as well. See, right in the middle of the path, there's this big-ass horseradish clump. There's 3 roots, actually, and there one of them got kind of chopped off. I'm going to dig those out, probably like tomorrow, make a shit ton of horseradish sauce. I'm going to dig all around there. I'm going to have to redo some of the stuff in there. And I've got some dirt in there. I've got to, sort of level that out. And then that's basically pretty much it. I've done all the haying. The fence is pretty much done other than slapping the redneck gate in. See how that works. And yeah, other than that, this has to be filled in. What I'm going to do probably on this side is it'll be a tomato area. Because even with that other side, now with other things in it, I think I can fit 6 tomatoes comfortably, because at least 3 of them will be the small compact bush cherry kind. They don't need quite as much room. And I'd like to put in maybe Romas the rest of the way. And then in here, once this is filled in, hot weather, we're talking, May 5th through 10th or so, if it's warm enough, weather permitting, then I'll put more tomatoes in here, along with zucchini, and, it's a work in progress. I like how that got split, because most of the perennials are on that side. And then actually, they're going to be redoing the power lines back here not too long from now, between now and June. So I've actually got to move all the cinder blocks. I'm going to use them and just prop them up against the fence post. I got to get that wood out of there, sort of clean up, and I've got to do the back bed, which has rhubarb and asparagus and stuff. Some of the asparagus, it looks like animals dug the roots out, but that's actually not bad, because I can take cucumbers and tomatoes and shit, put it where those were. So you can see all the footprints and shit in there. Could have been the neighbor's dog. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure those are deer prints. Anyway, this whole backside, probably cucumber. I want a lot of pickles. Like you have no idea. I want them, the little kind, like the gherkins, which you can get. I want some of those, like a half dozen, and then maybe a dozen or so of the big kind. And I just want to scatter them all around. And they're also a nice plant because they get big and bushy. They climb up. They're really nice. So yeah, lots of cucumbers, lots of tomatoes, some zucchini. I'm not planting corn and beans this year. I might put a few beans here and there just because they're cool plants, but not. I mean, I like green beans too. Don't get me wrong, and they coexist peacefully with everything. You plant them in among every other plant, and nobody gives a shit. It's just, I'm not really big into beans, to tell the truth. They can be tasty once in a while, but it's so cheap to just buy canned beans anyway. Really, I just plant them with the corn as a companion planting sort of thing. Also, this, which got tilled, it has rotted down some. I got to flip it one more time, maybe twice, and that'll be basically all ready. I'm going to take that out. And what I'm going to start to do, instead of composting the normal way, because it does attract wasps, and shit like that, and it can get a little smelly at times, even if it's properly flipped. What I'm going to start doing is taking the food scraps, sort of munch them up and just throw them in the soil. Some people, they'll dig trenches in their garden. They'll put it in, cover it with a little bit of dirt, and that's how you do it. See, the lilacs are starting to come out. So those will bud probably a week from now, and they'll be flowery, and then the leaves will come out. Peach tree did survive. You can see a little bit of greenness. Well, you probably can't see it, but it is starting to get little leaves. We'll see if it flowers at all. It is possible. I wouldn't expect it, but it is possible. It is awfully fertile around this tree now. It's getting pampered because it's surrounded by shit that's going to get fucking drenched in azomite and, you know, all of the kelp meal, which, by the way, I believe will come by Tuesday. Because today, obviously, no mail. It's, you know, you got to talk about Jesus or chocolate eggs or something. Rabbits. It's really funny because, you know, Easter's like rabbits and shit, and I'm like, get out of my fucking garden. I don't want you here. Get your salad elsewhere. There's plenty of shit to eat in the woods. Leave me alone. But yeah, there's some weeds and stuff coming up. I mean, I could pretty much plant this whole area over, but I got to dig. That path I want to bring forward. And if I do that, it opens up this whole central area. I want to have some perennials there, and like I said, cucumbers and maybe a few tomatoes scattered around. But this whole patch under the tree would probably be perfect actually for some more collards, because they don't need full sun. They like at least partial sun. Like, you wouldn't want to plant them in total shade, but this tree is sparser now in its older age, so it wouldn't be a problem. Or I just put flowers in, or put some marigolds. I like those. I never used to like them when I was a kid. I always thought I never liked orange flowers very much. Now it's sort of grown on me, I guess. It helps that they flower for like 3 months non-stop, with or without deadheading, by the way. So yeah, the hugelkultur is kind of exposed. I'll probably take 1 bag of garden soil, sort of level that out, push those a little bit deeper, and it'll be ready for tomatoes and shit come May. Getting greener, looking pretty good. That's about all. Peace out.